Hey everyone, welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore. We are here at the Ice Castle starting episode 27. So, in the last episode, we were kind of laying out the foundation for the Ice Castle. I really like it. I really think it's coming along, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of getting a little tired of building here in the mountains. Love the mountains. They're awesome. I'm going to be moving to a mountainous terrain after college, so I obviously love them, but I think right now kind of good, kind of good. I think we're going to try to avoid a little bit of that building burnout that you sometimes get. So, like I said, great progress on the ice castle, but I think it's time to go back maybe to the village and start upgrading a little bit of the village infrastructure. What do we say about that? I think that's a go. I think we'll actually get to upgrade maybe our house, maybe some things around the house too. I know I got some quartz here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the quartz, repair the elytra too in the process. There we go. Okay, that's all I had. That's okay, because maybe we'll build with quartz at the village. So I think that's the plan. We're going to head back home and see what we can do over near our base. Take a look at the inventory, make sure I got all the shulker boxes. I do. Let's try to get home in no more than 3 fireworks. Probably should be closer to 2 since we're starting from the higher terrain. But as you probably noticed, no video came out yesterday. Of course, life is starting to pile up here as the college student. March is usually a crazy time right around spring break, so March has been crazy. I expect April to be really, really busy, especially June, July as hurricane season ramps up, and as I move. Got confirmation a few days ago that I will, in fact, be living in Seattle after college, so that's really exciting. I am beyond excited for that, so that should be really, really cool. There's a village here. Did I ever get this village? Wait, that's just one house. Okay, wait, no, it's a few more. I think I did get this village before. Not sure. Not sure. Kind of ruining my momentum and my goal of just using 2 fireworks for that village. That's okay. That's alright. So yeah, I've been incredibly busy. It's always nice when life decides to throw, 5 things at you at once, and then if you thought that was enough, then you get an essay due. All my college student viewers out there could probably relate to that. Oh my goodness, but it's alright. We're managing. I got my internship on top of that too. We've got active tropics for once in the southern hemisphere. Australia is dealing with Cyclone Narelle, so I had to make a few graphics for that, which it's always nice to get paid for something you do anyway, Just study the cyclones and everything down in Australia. I do that for fun, so I get paid for it now, which is amazing. Oh my goodness, it's a dream. Iron Golem can have that snow. So I've been up to that. That's been nice. Should be a pretty impactful cyclone for Western Australia. I don't know how many Australian viewers I have, but I'm sure a couple maybe who know the geography. But out near Perth, they're expected to get some impacts from the cyclone, so pretty rare if you know the area. All right, let's focus our attention though to shoving a bunch of stuff away. I actually think I might keep a lot of the snow building blocks in the light blue shulker box. I think that's a plan. Gonna have to go grab some more ice eventually, which I think we'll do, obviously, if we choose to. An episode where we're gonna go back to the snow biome. We'll obviously investigate some snow, or some more ice from the icebergs there in the other biome. I'll throw the smooth quartz away. A bunch of the cobblestone can go away. We have extra coal as well. I'll just keep that in here because I can sell that. Yes, we got the ominous bottles. Wow. Bad Omen 5. That's kind of scary, huh? I think if you drink that in the trial chamber, you're pretty much cooked. For lack of a better term. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll play around with that. Okay. We've got a bunch of building blocks. I think what I want to do first is go into this village and kind of just see how I want to lay some stuff out. What can we do? I want to incorporate these houses that are already into it, but I think the theme of this episode is going to be try to build up some of this village infrastructure. They've been out exposed to lightning and thunder and open skies all of this series, so I think it's time we kind of pay the villagers back for keeping them in some hostile conditions and build them something. So I think this road is probably going to be a main artery, if you will, into kind of the village center, so I think that's one of the first things I'm going to do is try to maybe map out what the center of this village could look like with the bell in the middle, kind of an outdoor bazaar type of theme, if you will. I think that'll be cool. We can utilize, I'm thinking, all of this basin. So all this basin could become a town slash city, if you will. But then once we start getting up to higher terrain, I think we're just gonna stop building because I want to preserve the higher mountain terrain. And I think in this episode too want to start thinking about getting more serious with maps. Maps would be really cool for the area. We can start naming some locations as well. Got to think of a banner for our settlement. United States flag. It's a cool flag. I love it. But I think we're going to be a little more creative and create our own. I don't know how much of the US flag we want to see just pasted around the world. It already exists in real life. I think we can get a little more creative. So that's that. Taking a little refresher of some of the inventory items we've got. I think cobblestone is definitely going to be a must. Yeah, I think deep slate too. I would love to build with some tough blocks. I don't know how much tough we've got in our savings, if you will. So I'll just put down... Oh, wow, we got a lot of cobblestone. Oh, that is great news. So awesome. And we have a lot of quartz too, so if we want to change something up building-wise, we can absolutely do that. A bunch of junk in there. That's okay. Let's put the quartz and just all the stone-related blocks we can do in here. This is kind of crazy how much cobblestone we have. Might not really have to open up a mine in the mountain biome for a while. But I'll just toss some general things of interest in there. I've got gravel in the other chest. Smooth quartz I'll keep on me. Let's maybe keep some of the smooth quartz in here in case we need it. Alright. Anything else I maybe want to build with? I think some spruce wood absolutely needs to happen. Where's that spruce wood at? Stairs. Yep. Lanterns, definitely. I think that's something for in here, though. Kind of the miscellaneous items that we can build with. We got those. Some of the glass, too. Not the furnace, actually. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And yes, we are basically full on all the inventory there. So I'll throw those away. A little bit of organization in there. The obsidian can stay. Same with the furnace. Do I have any room for the iron? I do not. Wow, that's crazy. Alright. I'll throw the iron in here. For the time being. Alright. And you know what? I think this shulker box I'm just going to keep right here. Because that's not something we need to be carrying around with us. Some glowstone could be cool to use as some light decoration. I might think about that as we start building here. But I'm really looking for some spruce wood. Spruce wood and some different types of stone. Don't see any up here. Flower pots will be cool eventually. Some emeralds could be cool as well. Yeah, not anything too insane. Here's some spruce wood we'll take. We'll take all of that. I'll even take some of the tough blocks as well. Don't have a lot of it, so we need to kind of think about what we're using it for. Okay. And... Yep, this is stone. Keep that as stone, and then this can be everything else. Throw that in there. Water bucket. And a bunch of other things. Great. Alright. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to take a shovel that I don't really care about, and this is going to be used for grass paths. I don't want to waste durability on these shovels that are used for harvesting blocks. So I think another thing to do, put some spruce wood in our inventory to start planning out what we want to build in terms of houses. It's really nice. We have a ton of cobblestone. I think cobblestone roofs are going to be the way to go, so lightning doesn't strike and burn everything down. But here we go. We can keep the villagers in here as we're building, but yeah, I think town square being right here is great. I actually think, let me break out the stone and we'll start designing this. I actually want to do a fountain in the middle. We could do a fountain or a statue. I think a fountain would be cool. I'm also not gonna dismiss a statue either, because that does seem very cool. So let's do this, just the basic basic thing. Actually, let's get a little more grand with it. We'll extend it out another block in either direction. I can now see how the villagers being here while I build will be extremely annoying, but I think that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do a 5 by 5. We're okay, right? Got no reason for him to hit me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna break these two. I'm actually gonna break all of these lecterns. And we'll move them here. Okay, villagers are going to sleep. Good. I can finally hear myself think and start to do some primitive planning. So something like this, if we wanted to make like a too high thing and then put like a villager statue, ooh, that could be cool. I have absolutely no idea where to start with a villager statue, but I feel like I could maybe try to craft one. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think though for right now, let's just make this... Let's make this a giant water fountain. Yes. Okay, well, maybe not. We have to wait for this stuff to drain. Everything here. These flowers can be used for decoration later on. There it is. Okay. Sea lanterns, then we can go under here too and give it an illuminated appearance, if you will. Yeah, I actually like that. Alright. In the black shulker box, I should have lanterns. I do. Very nice. I don't know if I'm going to get too creative with the lanterns, but I guess I could try. See, I'm already, like, missing things I need. I'm not going to take end rods, but I will take fences. I don't know how many fences I have left over, though. Might have to, unfortunately, tear down some trees and make some. Take one of these crafting tables back. Yeah, where's the... Okay. Basically, I don't have any, it seems. Cool. So happy about that. That's fine. We'll tear down something. I actually think there's a... Yes, there is. There is a... Whatever it's called. Those. That we stripped all of the... We stripped all the cobblestone wall, and then I think in the center there was a grindstone. I remember taking all this, so we'll just harvest out this leftover wood. We'll bring it back. I like that. That looks cool. That does look cool. Okay, just wanted a little bit more logs for what I want to do. Don't have a lot of sticks either. I'll tell you what, let's fix that real quick. Perfect. We'll make a few... Whoops. Need some more of these. We'll make a few fences. Okay, that's just not how they work. Goodness. Hasn't even been that long of a day. I want to maybe do something like this, and then... I know maybe cobblestone walls would look more appropriate, but this is just to sketch the idea for now. You know what? Not bad. It actually does really fit the whole spruce village theme, which I do like. So I'm going to take this pathway maybe all the way up to the fountain. You know what I could do, actually? Hold on. Maybe put bricks all around the edge. Ooh, I like that, actually. And then around the bricks, we'll trace the path. I think that's good. Just try that out. Should have some bricks, right? From Mason. I think he gave me a few. And from the trial chamber. So I know I definitely have a few somewhere. Okay. Where could my bricks possibly be? No. They have to be somewhere. It's probably right in front of me and I'm just completely missing it. I could have swore that I had so many bricks. I definitely... Okay, yes, in here. Oh my goodness. I'm going crazy. I knew it. 41. That's going to be more than enough, but to get our money's worth even more, I think what I'll do is convert them into slabs. I'll start with 18 for now. That way we can place them all around. Some candles would look cool too, actually. Believe it or not, some candles would look nice. Yeah, I think I'll use that. Use some of those. Always pays to kind of pillage out some of these structures that you come across, because really allows your block palette to be just a little bit more expansive. So we'll do this. Yeah, that looks good. We'll extend the brick underneath the lanterns. You know what I should do? Let's use the Silk Touch shovel to get some of these grass blocks back. That way later on, if we have to go grass somewhere, it'll be relatively easy. Yeah, this is nice right here. This is nice. I was kind of thinking about maybe making, like, the path that goes around here, and then maybe, like, a little moat around it. I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, though, we can make anything we want. So trial and error is a thing here. Heck, that's what we were using for the ice castle basically this entire time. So all is well. Perfect amount. And we will extend it out by 3. 2, 3. Something like that. I think I'll maybe puff out the edges a little more. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that. So we'll go left 3. Yeah. See why I want to use the shovels that I don't really need first? Because it seems like these really break. Shovels break whenever you're trying to make a grass path. They break pretty quick. Fill up the bucket again. I am planning on reinstating this pond. I think once we get a good idea of where the roads are going to be laid out, then we'll start getting back to that. Okay. What did I come in here? What did I come in here for? What was it? It was another shovel. On breaking 3, curse event. I just used that. Why not? I'll use that too. Shovels with low durability. Whatever. Yeah, don't have a lot of them. That's fine, because I don't really need a lot. Ooh, you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, where's the hoe? Here it is. We can even make some crops that grow around maybe the central part. I think that could look really cool as well. I think that could look really, really cool. All right, let's get back to work. This will break in like, yep, 3 hits. That's crazy. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll extend these out a little more. Perfect. Iron golems locked onto someone. I think it's a zombie out there, I heard. Perfect. So good. Okay, so this basically just goes out 1. Okay, looks like I misplaced a few. That's okay. And then this part, yes, looks great. Okay. So there's our path. I think that's pretty good for a start. I think how I'm going to expand upon this is where the villagers are going to start getting annoying, is when I dig this pit. I think I want to maybe bring the river. Bring some of this into here. I don't think that's a horrible idea. Just got to make it flow nicely. So here's what I'm going to do. I think the river's going to flow out this way, maybe into the pond. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, here's what's going to happen. I think I'm going to maybe just use the Silk Touch just to get all these grass blocks. We are going to take away a bunch of the grass. And we're going to dig down maybe 3 blocks, and that way we'll have a nice little moat that kind of complements the top. Maybe I'll only dig down 2 blocks, actually. I don't want to make this look like a castle wall or something, but just something cool for the time being. Then maybe, let me think about this. I wonder if let's maybe mark out real quick, hold on. With fences, let's mark out where these paths are going to be. Actually, I could just do it like this. Yep, that works. I'll probably have another path going this way, too. And I'll probably have another path going this way. Great. Okay, so what I could do is I could put maybe like little crops right here. You know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, make it look a little more lively. Potentially. Potentially. Alright, here goes the farm. Served us well, I think, but the villagers hardly used them anyway. Okay, that's perfect. I'll actually put back that so the water's not annoying. Great. Let's go to this shulker box and empty out some of our inventory. That could be used. I think what I'll probably end up doing, let's just do the whole water body just one block. We'll still put fences so the villagers can't go swimming if they want, but maybe just one block around. Now, what do I want to use for the fence posts? Ooh, I think I'm gonna do this. Kind of see the vision a little bit. I think I'm gonna do that for the fences, and then we can outline it in cobblestone to keep it along the theme of Taiga Village. It could be kind of cool. Okay, it's just here, though. Our farm idea kind of goes to rest. That's fine. That's okay. We'll have other places for a farm in this village, no doubt. Okay. And let's bring this around. Great. Yes, this looks great. That looks really nice. And then something like that, that's going to trace the whole thing around. I think that's good. I think that's good. I'm trying pretty hard to keep the Taiga theme, the Taiga Village theme. So a bunch of cobblestone and spruce wood typically does that job pretty well. Alright, let's get this out of here. We're gonna do 3, we're gonna make a 3 wide kind of river. We could. Definitely could. I think I might. Look at these villagers, just couldn't wait to like get into the mix. Alright. Where is my... Nope. Another one. Do that. Yeah, these villagers are going to get a little annoying, but that's okay. It's alright, doesn't matter. Nice. Let's establish another post. Another post on this side. This is perfect. And I'll start tracing the edges with cobblestone. We'll probably end up using a block fancier than cobblestone, especially for the for this thing right here. Probably do something better than cobblestone. But for right now, I think this is perfect. Awesome. Another shovel out. Might as well have the other shovel out instead of that hoe there. Great. Okay. This needs to go down because I need some more slabs. Nice, so we'll make some more fences too. And we'll make this 3 wide. Perfect. The same thing here. So this will end up wrapping all the way around. I'm hoping it looks good. Right? I'm hoping. There we go. Okay, wait, I just accidentally broke that one. There we go. Yes, alright. The dimensions look good. They're looking good so far. A bunch of this stuff away. The bricks can go away too. Potatoes, cool. Alright. Let's break this away. Alright, and then the slabs, which we're going to need a little more of. How much more do I need of those? Okay, not much, because all the other ones are complete. So I'll do probably another one of these, just because I am planning on extending the bridge like that. You can kind of see the vision, right? A little bit. This should look good. This should look really nice. We need to also put down the bell so these villagers have a place to go. I actually think what I'll do is I'm going to put the bell on this side so the villagers can kind of congregate over there away from the build here. But look at this. This is nice. This is real nice. Word of the episode. Word of the series. Nice. That's all I say. That's what I feel like anyway. Okay. Got a lot of spruce. That's fantastic. Let's make some more fences. Fences are going to be the name of the game. There we go. Do 6 on either side there. We'll split it down the middle. Perfect. 18. Gonna need a little more than that. Okay, good start. Excuse me, sir. Nice. Finish up this side. So now that I kind of think about it, right? I guess this moat has to be 2 down, right? Because it's got to go, it's got to be able to cut underneath these paths, these little bridges. So I guess that's what I'll do. And we'll have like a little outlet of a river. That way it looks like this isn't just a castle moat and it's something a little better. We can take this out too since it's only going to be 3 wide. I could do something like this. Yeah. Very nice. That'll really set the tone of the village, I think. Having this central part here. Okay. Time to dig it down a little more. I guess I'm kind of looking at it now, and maybe using full cobblestone blocks would have been a good idea. Wouldn't you say? We'll take all these back. We're going to be using slabs, these cobblestone slabs anyway, so I'm not mad that I made more. Nice. Chop all that away. Good. Yeah, we're going to need so much more cobblestone, but we've got it. Hold on now. This could be an idea. Wait a second. No, 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 no. Something like this. That could be an idea. Give it a little bit more depth. I kind of like that, actually. Heck, maybe our slab making didn't go to waste after all. I could see how that looks a little weird, though. But I think it doesn't look awful. Let's continue that. Continue that all around, and then if it gets, you know, bad, we'll just change it. Not a hard thing to change. I already see a villager that got stuck down here. That's good. Survival instincts of just a jelly bean, some of these villagers, I tell you what. It's fine. Luckily, they're with me. And they have nothing to worry about. For the most part. Besides me just absolutely transforming their lives, they have nothing to worry about. Okay, I'm going to extend this post down. Same with over here. We'll cut that across. I'm kind of wondering how I want to do this now. I think maybe we'll invest in some cobblestone stairs for these sides. What do we think about that? I think that's good. Did you fall down here and you're stuck? No, you got out. Good. Cobblestone stairs are most definitely going to be used in this village. Yeah, okay. That's a lot better. I like using cobblestone as a little bit of a retaining wall. It's nice. Try not to... I gotta try not to really overuse it, though, or else it's gonna look like, you know, not good. So we'll try to mix in some deep slate maybe at some point. Do that. curious what to use for this wall right here. Probably going to have to choose cobblestone again. Potentially. I don't think that's a bad idea, though. Okay, we got stairs there. These villagers are going to be rushing to bed pretty soon. So that's good. Yep, we'll do that again. Put those two there. Okay. More fences. Let's get a good amount going. Yeah, that's good. For now. Gonna blow right through this, but that's fine. Go. They funnel nicely, I have to say. They do. We'll put some caps on top of those. Get the villagers even more directed in the right area. But this is a solid start. Get rid of those. I'll fill this in with cobblestone, except for that. Let's take out some of these usual suspects. Okay. Nice. Take out the corners. Perfect. I'm hoping, you know, this overhang right here gives it a little bit more depth than what it has now. That's the goal, anyway. I think it'll be fine. Hoping I come up with maybe a clever way to get this retaining wall to look. I don't know how I really want that to be. Oh yes, right here needs to be hollowed out. Along with all of this. Just fill that in for now. Don't want to throw myself off. Okay, now let's break the corners. There we go. All right. Perfect. That is a good look, I would say. Let's get these into cobblestone stairs. Nice. And I will extend those up. I'm going to make just a little divot right there so we can get back up. More importantly, so the villagers can get back up. Perfect. Somebody walking. Oh, a few people out there. Let's move this lectern back here. And eventually we are certainly going to be designating, you know, houses and structures and everything to these villagers. So librarians will have like a library build that they'll go to, and farmers will have like a farm plot and everything. So we'll start getting pretty creative with that. All right. There's a baby zombie out there. I recognize those footsteps anywhere. I don't know where he's at, but he's out there. Okay. All right. Let's start filling this in with water, yeah? I think so. I think so. I'll do that. I'm going to make this little path right here. Fill that back up. Okay. Then we can start putting water everywhere and getting things looking nice. Good. Yeah, I think this is a good start, honestly. I really do. I really do. It gives it a little bit of character. It's not just a unique, you know, fixing up the paths of the village, you know? It's more of a, giving them a really, really cool kind of entrance, a cool main center. Doesn't look as basic as it could. That right there. There we go. water and why that was not working. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Let's get up here. And of course, right? I mean, iron golems and water. I mean, there's no better combination in the world. Tell you what, get out of here. Goodness. Every time. Like clockwork. Okay. Actually, will not patch that up, because I need a way to get out myself. Let's put that there, I'll put that there. Okay, now I'll block this up. Oh yeah, these villagers are gonna wake up right into the moat. That's okay. Let's do this. Patch that up. Oh my goodness, Iron Golem. Listen, I don't know, buddy. You're just gonna have to stay in here. I'm not wasting my time to try to get you out, unfortunately. So, have fun. Hope you brought your bathing suit. Okay, well, back in the water I go. Perfect. Great. There's the moat. I like it. I think that's really, really cool. Obviously, there's more to expand upon, especially with this little entrance right here. I definitely like that. All right. Should we worry about giving this an outlet? I think so. I only would do that. I know it's not the most important thing to do, but our builds are kind of going to base around that. So I think what's going to happen is I am going to dig out this side. Yeah, I think I'm going to dig out this side, and we'll make this more into a river. If that iron golem falls into the water, I'm going to laugh. Because he will not be free. Let's get rid of this. I know we run the risk now of zombies coming in, but we've got the patrol here that absolutely loves to stand around near the entrance. Yep, and let's bring the river this way. And then this will just wind up being right into the pond. And then the pond, we can make another little strip of river into that other area. So our current setup right now, almost say goodbye to it here in the next episode or so, because we're going to start getting to work on transforming this landscape. A nice bit of a break from the castle, right? Get rid of all those berries too. Let's put everything we don't need back into here. Okay, I kind of do want a lot of stuff, but it's fine. Alright. Perfect. So yeah, this is where the river's going to flow out to. I think that's a good start. Certainly is. Maybe I'll do something like that. Yeah, actually, let's do that. And that way the river can really wind its way out. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do... I will expand this just out by one. Yeah. Out by one. And keep the terrain all leveled and everything. And then it's on this side that maybe I'll start increasing the terrain. Let me see how this would look if it were to be... I'm not blocking up the river, I'm just trying to gauge the evenness. Okay, so we'd have to go up again on this block. Okay, cool. Very good. And I'll tell you what, we'll have the river kind of turn this way. Yep. We'll have it turn and empty out right into this pond. I think that's great. Could have swore I broke that block. Alright. The more curves you have in a build, like a river or, you know, a pathway, kind of the better. The more realistic it looks. There we go. Okay. Let's let the river flow. Excellent. So now this is like linked up to a body of water and it doesn't look all weird. And I think on either side, we are going to be using probably cobblestone retaining walls. I think deep slate, you know, deep slate could look good. I just have to gauge how much I have. Really got to do that. All right. I have this shulker box, and I have this one. Okay, great. Let's run back to the house real quick, and I'm going to do a restock on some supplies. We'll put some supplies away as well. We'll get our shulker boxes all organized. Okay, so in here, yes, in here can be put away, most certainly. Potatoes and such. Perfect. I'm going to put all the grass away, too. Because we're just going to have so much more. Yep. Take it all out. I think the stone hoe I'm going to put away, just for the sake of having inventory space. Okay. Fill up all these other chests first before utilizing the others. This brick. Let's just put the brick up there for now. I'll actually remember this time. Hopefully. Okay, so the amount of deep slate we have, not really a lot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use tough bricks for retaining walls. I think that would look so good, actually. But I just don't have a lot of tough, so we're going to have to go probably down into the mines pretty soon and grab some. So let's do that. The regular polished tough looks okay, but the tough bricks... Forgive my modern language, but the tough bricks look tough. Alright, let's grab these. Yep. We'll make sure to use some lanterns, too. We could definitely bring in some cobblestone walls, too, into the retaining wall. It's going to need something like that, you know? Hi, Scruffy. Been a good boy just sitting there. Try to see if anything else could be incorporated. Not right now, though. Not right now. Let's put down the tough blocks that we have. And we'll see how it looks. Look at all the... You guys got nothing else to do. Seriously? Really? Oh, you know what? I should have known. I actually should have known that this is exactly what was going to happen. Alright, villagers. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to break all this. All your beds can be broken on this side. We're definitely going to have to start expanding the villager population. And the housing, because we're going through our own housing crisis in this world, it seems. Let's get rid of this. Okay, those villagers did get out of the bed real quick, so that, or out of the moat real quick, so I do have to respect that. That was very nice of them. Okay, got a yellow bed too. Okay, and then this bed we can just, I don't know, put right here. That way when the villagers don't wake up, or when they wake up, they don't go right into the pit there. Alright, awesome. Guess what? It's time for the retaining wall, my favorite part. I think... Let's make... Yeah. It was like this, right? I think so. Potentially? Yes, it was like this. I could put another one here. Make the river wind a little bit more. Hey, villager. Hey, hey, hey. Get out of the water, please. There's a shark in here. Okay, he's got his mind made up. He doesn't care. He don't care. For the shark, he said, I'll believe it when I see it. Alright. Build it out this way, and then we can start... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? I'm confused now. I went out 3 on this side. Okay, I gotta go out 4. That's right. Goodness, get confused so easily. Can do that, and then I guess I can do this as well, right? Yes, I think so. I think that's gonna cause no problems. Gonna try to preserve as many tough blocks as I can right now. There we go. We'll fix up these edges eventually. I just want to get the main look kind of down, which I think that looks incredible for a retaining wall. What do we want to use for, like, a fence, you know, a fence post thing? Don't know, to be honest. I don't really know. I would like to incorporate some blackstone into this. Blackstone looks really nice. But I just think to keep the theme, we're gonna unfortunately have to stick with spruce fences. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna retaliate from that notion, and I'm gonna make some of these double tall walls that we usually play around with when we're trying to keep the villagers in. Okay, so this guy's just got a mind of his own. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Just take all these back. Cool. And let's do this for the retaining wall. Would this look bad? Because, I mean, it is, you know... It is meant to keep villagers from essentially jumping into this pit here. Okay, I technically just don't need this block. We can just put it right into here. Save myself a little bit of resources. How does this look? I think that looks okay. It looks alright. I don't like the, you know, bunch of cobblestone. Kind of been sitting here complaining about that for a little bit. I think for the time being, though, to keep the villagers out, this is what I'll use. Yeah, I think that's what I'll use. Then we'll do something like that in the meantime. Yeah, that's perfect. I cannot squeeze through there, so that means I don't think villagers can either, but just in case, we'll put that there. Alright. Need more cobblestone walls, but that shouldn't be a problem. Should not really be a problem. Let's move some of these guys away. There we go. Okay. And then, oh, yep, could do tough bricks on this side. Watch out, Iron Golem. I don't want to accidentally hit you. Not really for your sake, but for mine. Okay. Alright, let's put this down. Man, we actually might need some more cobblestone. I was talking all this, you know, we got all this cobblestone, but now that I have to make some stuff out of it, it's kind of dwindling. Okay. I'm thinking this is appropriate. I'm thinking this is good. There we go. Yeah. Tough bricks definitely bring a nice little different piece to the whole thing, which I like. The villager's just gonna have to stay down there for now. Could honestly just use... Oh, I gotta cap these off too. These villagers are gonna fall in. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem though. What could I use? I'm not using cobblestone. I guess I could just use some spruce planks, couldn't I? Yeah, let's use spruce planks, all subject to change, like I've been saying. Oh, yeah, go ahead, sir, walk on the fence. Okay, so they're all at social hour, all the villagers. Kind of our chance to get some of this stuff done here. You wish you were a part of social hour, huh? Should have thought twice before falling in. Okay. More spruce wood for some slabs. We'll make 12. That'll go evenly. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so the only way these villagers fall in is via kind of this side over here. And even that will not be sticking around for much longer. Perfect. Okay. Look at all of these guys. Hey, let's go, guys. Come on. What are we doing? Okay, well, your workstations are kind of over here. I understand. Okay, hopefully all these guys get out. The iron golems, I don't care. They can stay in there. Hey. Time to go. Okay, them coming out doesn't mean you go in. What are we doing? Goodness, these villagers, man, they kill me. They kill me. Yup, good, good. This is a start. Let's keep this walk going. Solid pace. There we go. All boxed in. I think that's it. Okay, no, we have the farm side. Get the farm side, but this can all be easily boxed in. We'll have to take down some of these crops, but that's okay. And we can take down this wall as well. Good. The barriers are coming down for this village. Where are you going? Oh, here's the fence. Okay, he just wanted to take the long way home, I guess. That's fine. I'm going to do this for now. Just to keep them somewhat contained. I'm going to say for the time being, let's make some more cobblestone walls. I don't want to spam cobblestone walls, even though that's basically what I'm doing. But I guess that's fine. Little retaining wall. I think if I had to change anything, I think I'll probably change this inside, like, I guess, rim. This inside rim, we'll turn that into deep slate, I think. Get a little bit of a change going here, because it all just looks like a cobblestone mess. The fountain being different as well will help. And we need some more tough bricks as well. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to hesitate putting these fences on, I think, on these ones. Because I think I have a better idea coming into play. So before, like, as we kind of think of this idea, let's go and hit the mines. I think we'll go hit the mines, and we will try to find some more tough. I think that's what's going to happen. So let's go do that. Tough shouldn't be too hard to find. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Got the pickaxe for it, too. So it'll be an easy repair once we're done. Make sure I don't have any extra tough, though, in here. Ooh, the chisel tough looks really nice. That might be something I try to incorporate as well in the build. Have some blackstone. That's cool. I should shut that. Get a little afraid of some creepers that might wander in. Iron chains could be another thing we add. There's one more tough block. Sure, I guess. Spruce leaves, yes. Want to get those into the build, too. Okay. Nothing else? Gilded blackstone? I don't know. Something to throw into the build to make it look a little cleaner. Okay. A few more pieces of cobblestone. Let's chuck all that in here. Great. I'll get the other shulker box right here. We'll throw everything away. Hey, tell you what, let me convert the food I'm using right now. Golden carrots is usually good for when you're out fighting. We're just out, you know, mining and building, so we don't really need to use those right now. Okay. Alright, I have everything I want. We're going to leave the ice-colored the ice-colored shulker box here, if you will. Let's go down in the mines. See if we can get some easy tough. Planning on redoing this mine shaft, too, at some point. I guess we might as well make a quarry over here, right? As opposed to over in the mountainside. The mountain castle's cool. I'm glad we built it, and I'm glad we have a solid foundation, but that's something we can always come back to. We should really prioritize the village, because that's where we live right now. That is where we live. There's some tough right there. Awesome. Hey, I tell you what. I haven't used the elytras in this cave before. Nice. Saved me a grand total of like 10 seconds. I don't trust up here. Let's get this up. Going, oh, there's some diamonds up there. Look at that. You know what's funny? It's like we're at the point now where I don't really care. If I find myself up there, then I'll grab the diamonds, but if not, then whatever. It's a fascinating point in the game to be at. We'll grab a couple stacks of this. A nice haste beacon would go crazy right now. We'd instant mine all of this. But we'll get there. I'm actually quite terrified at fighting the Wither. I'll be the first one to say it. Never done it before, and it looks tough. It looks like a tough boss. So if we choose to do that here in the coming episodes, we will certainly make some preparation happen. I think for right now I'm going to suffice, though. Could you imagine trying to do this all with stone tools, trying to build up the village? Oh my goodness. That's why how I play hardcore is just lock down the beginning game, you know, set up a little shop, even if it looks not that great. Set up shop with the villagers, get them all in an area where they won't perish, and just keep grinding the books, you know. Get the books, get the emeralds, the materials. Eventually, once you're at this stage in the game, then you can go back and kind of have fun with the organization. That's how I play, but you can play it any way you want, which is the great thing about this game. There is no limit on how you go about the game. Alright, let's start shaving all this down. Awesome. Get these little strips mined out. Great. Okay. And I'll work on these as well. Perfect. Okay. Should be approaching like 3 or 4 stacks of this stuff, I would assume. Take a check here. Yep, about 4. Oh, actually almost over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Alright. I'll shave down this last layer, and then we'll go back up. Gotta see how to make that chiseled tough block. I don't quite know how. I'm sure it's not that hard, though. It actually might just be 2 blocks. I don't know, let's see. No, it's not. Is it going to be 2 of these? No, it might be slabs. It might be slabs. We'll check it out in a minute. But those chiseled tough blocks can absolutely go towards the fountain. I think that would look really, really nice. Very good. Okay. I think we're good here. Grab some of these last minute ones. But I think I'm willing to call it good. But now that we have a bunch of tough... There's somebody behind me. I thought I heard some footsteps that were not mine. Nice to know we have all this tough beneath our house, though. So if we want to build with that, build some of the houses out of this stuff, that's not impossible. We can definitely do that. And the tough bricks just look so good. I was going to maybe spend an episode and mine out all of the tough that's in the trial chamber, which is literally across the river from us. But I don't think so. I think we're going to be able to kind of do that in our own way, which is hopefully make some trial chamber spawners and kind of just mine out the floor and everything to them, and really start farming them for some XP and some items. I think that's going to be really, really fun. I've never done that before. Okay, let's get out of here. We've got like 7.5 stacks, 8.5 stacks now of tough. Oh, there was some footsteps. He's got an enchanted bow that I'm not really wanting to find out what is on it. He's gonna try to snipe me one last time, I think. Yep. We're too quick, though. Too quick. All right. Let's get back up there. Yeah, Corey's gonna go so cool. It's gonna be so cool to get one up and running. Just have like a massive mountainside just all carved out. You know, have like little layers with a walkway all the way down. Chains hanging down with lanterns too. That could be cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for the possibilities in this area. And then maybe eventually we can hook up this area to a path and then link it up to the ice castle that is all the way in the mountains over there. And the mountains to the north. That is what I like. Okay. You're still sleeping. Can I sleep too? Or is this just a exclusive club? Might wake up because I think it was about daytime. If the rain stops, then we know we successfully slept. Yes, we did. Good. Okay. Bunch of tough. You know what? Hey. I'm not mad about it. I am not upset. Where's the... Oh, I did take the crafting table. Whoops. I was going to say, where is it? Alright. I can make tough slabs. I don't know if that goes into chiseled blocks or not. So why don't I do this first? And I'll make this into chiseled. That does not go into the chiseled tough block. So what does? I ask. Let's see. No, I'm getting close. No, it's kind of like in here, but not really. Is it like this, maybe? Maybe I gotta do something like this. Yes, there it is. Oh, super nice. Super good. Wait, then what block did I have in here? No, wait a minute. What is it? Oh, chiseled. Is that the same? Oh, you know what? It's not the same because this is if I just take the raw form. Is that correct? Hold on. That's if I just take the raw form, right? Yes, it is. Oh, okay, we're learning here. We're learning. The brain meats have activated. All right. I mean, that's cool. Bunch of tough options, basically. Not going to complain about that. Hey, let me take a look at what other things we have that I could potentially build some stuff out of. We could do stone bricks as well. Could do stone bricks. I don't want to overlook stone bricks. Take some of these walls here with us. Yeah, that's good. That is good. I'll leave a stack of tuff behind. I don't really have many blocks to build with. That's something we didn't really collect a lot of. With a cool block palette, but tough bricks should get the job done. So let's run back over here and see how we can fix up this this well. I call it a well, but it's like a fountain. So we can fix up this this fountain here. Let's put that there, and let's put that there. I'm thinking some leaves absolutely could go into this. Okay, I hate to do this, but let me swim up here and block this off. Capture it in the bucket. Okay. Yeah. I want to try to get a little more fancy with this here. So, these on the edges I like. Cobblestone needs to go, though. Cobblestone does need to go. And then the chiseled tough brick looks awesome. This is probably more of just, I don't know, a cool design more than anything. These bricks can definitely be laid out on the sides. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. Could do this too. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Oh, I might be formulating something in my mind. Hold on. So let's get, what do those make? Yes, I need a lot of those. Not a lot, but a good amount. Let's get all those crafted into that. All that into that. And then, yes, great. So this will be what the sides are featured. The sides will feature those. And then I'll have to make some more of these blocks, but that's not really a problem. Oops. Okay. Okay. Let's do... Oh, nope. Not those. I'm gonna need these. Probably gonna need a little more as well. There's the chiseled tuff that I'm looking for. We'll put them on both sides here. Because I think what I want to do is maybe put some sort of stairs. Can I do stairs with chiseled tuff? I don't think so, but worth a try? No. That's okay. That is alright. So we'll do that. And then I will extend this up a little bit. I'll do maybe like that. The water's going to be impacted if I leave that there. So let's do that. And I can break all this on the inside, make it look more like a fountain. There we go. probably should have done this before, but I can just break the bottom here. And we can just fill it with regular tuff if we want. Or I could do cobblestone. Let's do cobblestone. It's a little bit easier to get. And I messed it up. That's good. Trial and error. Trial and error. So I will start doing that. In the meantime, let's do what I should have done before, placing the water. Great. Okay. No more cobblestone. That's interesting. Alright, let's do this then. We'll have just enough just from my building structures. Perfect. Alright, now what do we think about going up here? I think that's a go. Nice. Yeah, that's real cool. And I want to put kind of like a spigot, like a hose coming out in the center. So here's what I'll do. Yeah, I can use cobblestone walls to do this, actually. Yeah, that way it kind of looks like something's shooting up the water. Maybe I'll do that. Yes. Perfect. I like it. Gives a little more contrast, I think, to the whole cobblestone thing. Yeah, that's nice. Darker the color, the better, usually, when it comes to building in the taiga biome. It's kind of what I've found out. Alright. And then do I want to put some slabs on the end here to make it look a little more fountain-like? I don't think it matters, but I think it's cool. Yeah. I think that's perfect. I'll look up some fountain ideas, too. Maybe we can not copy, but put our own spin to it. But for now, I think that is a very, very nice and diverse type of fountain right there. So I like that. I'm looking at the edges. It looks pretty straight edge, but I think that's okay. I think that's alright. I think in the meantime, actually. Let's do this. I can try to put some leaves. Yeah, let's do that. That's cool. Something to make it look a little bit more detailed. Sure. Hey, you know what? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. And if I wanted to get a little more fancy, I could do that. Gotta be careful not to overload it, though. Yeah, no. Let's just keep it basic. Let those bricks kind of show. Perfect. Good stuff. And put that away. Good. Okay. Don't have any room for that, really. Let's get the black shulker box. We'll put that in there. Good. Okay. So, like I said, we have the tough, polished tuff now. So I can go ahead and make those tough bricks, which I can use as the retaining wall, which I think I'm gonna. But I think the difference is, instead of using a wall, I think I might just go one higher. Yeah, I think I might go one higher and then use... This is the tricky part. I could use regular fences for the top part, but I don't know. Trial and error. Let's see. If a one high wall would do the trick here. I guess we technically don't even need fences, right? We just need this. But I think another slab up would kind of confiscate the view a little bit. Let's try... Now that does look good. I do like that. Let me try out the cobblestone wall, because we have a lot more of that. Ah, I kind of like that too, but everything still looks a little more cobblestone-y, if that makes sense. With the cobblestone wall up there. Trying to think. Can I just make straight up tough walls? I can. Oh, wait, I totally can. Do I want to, though? Do I want to? I kind of do. Kind of do, but I'm worried that texture is going to make it, like, look the same, you know? Here, I tell you what I'll do. Let's take this. You can make polished tough walls out of that. And that might look a little better. Yeah, you know what? That actually does. The smoothness of the walls here, I do very much like. So let's do that. Yeah, we're going to need a whole bunch of this. We're going to need a whole bunch of tough, but that's okay. Totally fine. It's a nice block. I don't mind making it. Yeah. Kind of confiscates the view. That'd be the one thing I don't like about it. But we're experimenting, kind of. Anything is subject to change. Okay. How's that gonna look? Whoops. Wow, what a massive lag spike. What possibly could have loaded in? Oh, we have villagers that are outside. Yes, we do. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Hey, get back in here. Get back in here. What are you? Do I care about losing you? Your feather falling. Okay, actually, Hey, zombies, you can have them. You can have them. How did you get out, though? Well, you just walked out from this way, huh? I hope he's the only one we lost. We're going to have to do some villager rerolling anyway eventually to try to get some of the best villager trades as possible. So maybe we'll do that. Okay. All right. Crops are fully grown. That's also really good. Let's break this again. And you know, I guess this is kind of not a bad... I guess it's not really a bad thing, right? To have a wall like this? Or is it? Because I want a view. I want a view. So maybe I'll just keep the wall just to being one single block. Maybe that was our trouble all along. Let's try this. Yeah, I think that was the trouble all along. I don't want there to be solid walls anywhere where you can't see through them, because at this point it's like, you know, you want to experience your build from a distance away. Why would I put walls that completely block the view? So everything will stay the same except for this, which we're just going to put here. That way the villagers also can't get out. Oh, you know what I could do if I want to be extra cheap, which I'm not gonna, but I could make slabs for those corners. I won't, though, in case another build ends up showing underneath. Okay, excuse me, iron golems, but I have all these precious fences that I do not want to lose. Yeah, and then we will extend this all the way to here. As kind of a... You know what, to make it easier, let's just do this. We'll cut the whole thing straight across. Doesn't impact anything. Wonder what that weird lag spike was about, too, earlier. That was weird. That was a massive lag spike. Interesting. Okay, yeah, this is what I want here. And we'll do something like this for now. Get this terrain a little bit better suited for our build. Perfect. Pull this across with the retaining walls. And this is going to be a fantastic vision for what this whole thing could really, really look like. In the meantime, though, let's get all of these shaped up. We'll get this little retaining wall all good and set to go. Take out the bottom here. So that way, villagers should not be falling into these gaps anymore. The iron golems can if they want, but the villagers will be completely fine now, hopefully. Good. Perfect. Let's get some more tough walls going. Yeah, we're gonna need a good batch here. Perfect. Whoops. Good. Okay. I guess I'll harvest all of this too while I'm at it. Could leave it on the ground for the villagers because I don't really care too much about it, but because I like my emeralds, I'll take them. Alright. Good. Okay, there's no iron golems out here, like on the surface, to protect the villagers. Kind of an issue. Kind of an issue, because if I step away and, like, go somewhere, you know, then villagers are going to be out of luck if there's an infiltration, if you will. So I'll have to think about... I was going to say maybe building some iron golems, but I don't think I care that much. I'm going to care that much when I lose all my villagers, so maybe I should. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this is looking really, really nice. I really like this. This town is going to be so incredibly cool by the time everything is all set and done and built and all. It's going to be great. Hey, how did you guys get in here? I wonder. They probably woke up on the bed or jumped over. Here, please allow yourself out, and same with you. Come over here. Yep, please get out. It's bedtime, so you're going to want to. Okay, now let's do this. I think most importantly, though, let's, like, grab the beds and put them away from the retaining wall here. Good. Okay, come here, all of you. Okay, those guys can stay. We'll do this for the time. Put you here. Another bed can go there. Okay, a little bit better. That way they're not, you know, all pressed against the wall and have a chance at waking up in the moat. All right, awesome. A really, really good start. I think I'm going to end it there. A little bit of a longer episode, but I don't think anybody's complaining about that. In the next episode, we will continue to fortify this village. I think it's a nice break, you know. It's a nice break from building in the mountains. At least here we have kind of more of a building palette, if you will, with our blocks, so we can get a little bit more creative. But going to work on really tearing down those walls behind me, fixing up the well, maybe. Getting this river kind of in shape, and ultimately getting these villagers kind of all set and ready to live in a more village type setting. So if you all made it this far, as always, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.